Welcome to Coronation Personal Finance Series 2, where we simplify your financial journey. I'm Yemi Kuka, and today I have with me Somkene Jiprize, Portfolio Manager for Coronation Asset Management. I also have with me here Azizat Awonuga, Team Lead Products and Trading, Coronation Securities Limited. It's nice to have you here, Somkene. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Azizat, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
All right, it's good to have you.
Thank you.
Do you ever wonder if you're doing enough today to live a comfortable life after retirement? Let's explore how you can plan your way into a financially comfortable retirement starting now. So in today's episode, we're going to discuss what is retirement planning, why do you need to plan for retirement, key strategies to help you plan for retirement, as well as tools and techniques to help you plan for retirement. Hi, Somkene. So what is retirement planning?
Okay, so retirement planning is basically, we all look forward to the point where we can leave the workplace and enjoy the fruits of our labors over all our years. Retirement planning is ensuring that when we get to that point, we have like a very comfortable nest egg that will allow us to live out the next 15 to 30 years of our lives after we've left the workplace in a very comfortable and happy manner.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Would you like to tell us why anybody needs to plan for their retirement, Aziza?
I mean, as Somkene has mentioned, you want to be able to leave the workplace and still, afford the life that you like to live, or even just basic needs. And what tends to happen is when you leave the workplace, if you do not have a business, your streams of income significantly reduce, and you need forms and methods in which you're able to still make enough money to keep your life as is running properly.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll then go into key strategies, for us to understand about retirement planning. Are you able to share a little bit more about that?
Okay, so some key strategies for planning towards your retirement are essentially, I would say the most important is to start saving towards your retirement as early as possible.
Yes.
Right? So you want to be putting yourself into the sorts of investments that can grow over these long periods of time, because you're looking towards a period for, depending on your age, it could be 40 years ahead of you. So you want to start as early as possible, right? You also want to develop a level of financial discipline so that you can commit more of your current earnings towards your future rather than spending them frivolously on things that may not last you beyond however many months or years.
Thank you. Aziza, are you able to share any more to that strategies for retirement planning?
So to add to what Somkene just said, what we tend to find out is that in this part of the world, a lot of people are dependent on maybe their children or some sort of family members for their retirement plan. You hear people say things like, oh, my children will take care of me. But what we find out now is that the financial climate has significantly changed in terms of the fact that there's so much inflation that we don't even know where we're going to. And the people you're depending on can barely hold themselves up anymore. And socially, the community is not as strong as is before, whereby people are actually being able to help out and feel good about it. So you have to take charge of your future in that way. Some people have businesses and feel like, okay, they have a business and it's going to secure them after retirement, which is true. But what people don't remember is that businesses fail. They are actually the riskiest type of investments you can make. And you don't want to depend your whole future on something so high risk. Totally. So part of your planning needs to include diversifying across different types of means or assets or methods that he's mentioned already. Just making sure that you're able to get maximum value in the amount of time you have.
So what do you have to say about, people's, what people should invest in or save towards, depending on their age, for someone who's younger, someone who's a bit older, what would you advise?
Okay, so for different people of different ages in general have different risk appetites. The younger a person is, the more they are encouraged or should be encouraged to invest in equities, which will allow them to give them the potential to earn a lot more, right?
Yes.
And because of the time towards their retirement, they are able to withstand, fluctuations in the markets and look at a very much more long-term type of goal. Yes. Now, for people who are more in the mid level of their career, people who are closer to retirement, then the risk is much less. Their risk appetite is much less. So they have a more conservative outlook. These are the people whose investments are looking towards much more fixed income instruments like bonds, usually federal government bonds, and maybe money market instruments, things that are much safer, but also have a lower chance of, significant growth. Right. So people can look towards investing in mutual funds. These are obviously professionally managed instruments. They have portfolio managers and firms who devise their entire strategy around managing these types of products for clients. They can invest in these types of things, and that way they can help themselves by investing in their future in that manner.
Yeah, thank you. Aziza, people typically say you should plan your retirement towards the lifestyle you want to have after you retire. So, for example, if after you retire, you want to still be able to travel, you want to still be able to do the things you were doing when you were active in the workforce. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yes. So if you want to maintain the lifestyle that you had when you had consistent income, that is sizable, even when you stop working, you first have to assess your current state financially, know where you are and what it requires to run your life on a periodic basis. This can be monthly or this can be annually. And when you're able to figure that out, you kind of have an idea of how much you would need to have to do those 15 to 30 years, planning upfront. Once you're able to get a range of figure or a particular, figure, you tailor your strategy with that figure in mind. So this includes saving your money, because before you're able to invest and plan, you actually have to have money put together and aside. And, a lot of employers or most employers have employee benefit plans such as pension funds and the likes. You also want to be more involved in your pension fund management process. A lot of people, they just get it paid and they really don't know much about it. You want to be able to track returns because now you have a goal. So you say, okay, these people, my money's been here for a couple of years. You're not really doing that much with it. Or I feel like maybe I need to increase my contribution to be able to help me reach that goal. Or I need to invest in more diverse asset classes. You just need to be able to figure what exactly it is that or how much it is that it takes to run your life, and use that as a guide and backtrack to how much you need to save and how you need to invest.
Essentially being intentional.
Exactly.
Right, thank you. So we'll then go into tools. So it's important to have the right tools when you're planning for retirement. So do you have anything to say about types of tools people can use?
Yes. So in terms of the tools that we can use for retirement planning, something that is important to use is, let's say, a retirement calculator. There are small handful of people who are able to do these things themselves. But if you have a retirement calculator, it can help you to project. As Aziza talks about, you have a goal in your mind of what you want your lifestyle to be like. You need to be able to put a number to that. You need to be able to factor in what inflation is going to cause that number to look like 10, 20, 30 years from now. So a retirement calculator is one of the tools to do that. Secondly, and most importantly, I would say, is to get a financial advisor, right? Somebody who not just knows how to use these tools, but also knows how to, look into whatever future it is that you're trying to build for yourself, and help you tailor your actions and activities, both in terms of savings culture, in terms of investment culture, and in terms of building whatever potential earning capacity that you may have to help you attain the goal of building the nest egg that you want to have in the future for you.
Oh, thank you. Aziza, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes. So when people talk retirement, what comes to everybody's head is, oh, when you're old.
Right.
I know there's like a 20-something-year-old watching this. I'm like, no, it's not my business.
Right.
But no matter how young you think you are, time is your greatest asset. So you want to be able to start early, to be able to reach those goals that you've set for yourself. And the more you go further in your career, the higher your earning capacity gets, and the better for you. But even if at this point you're not necessarily equipped enough to get, let's say, a financial advisor, or you feel maybe you don't have that much capital, the investment space, the way it is structured right now, is not so difficult to get into, right? Opening a brokerage account takes, less than a couple of hours, even minutes nowadays. And you're able to take higher risk investments, no matter how little. So you can start from, I'm serious, 1,000 naira. You can just start it on a daily basis and just buy something, buy an asset, buy into a company. And, over time, those things start to accumulate, capital grows out of it, and you're able to even receive dividends and returns. So I will say it's never too early and it's never too little. Also, arm yourself with information.
Okay.
So what a financial advisor does is kind of takes away that, painstaking process of looking for what is happening and how to do this. But if you are not able to do that or get a financial advisor for whatever reason, you need to be on top of information, knowing where trends are going to, knowing you know where to put your money when you have information about what is going on around the world, right? Also be careful not to go into investments that are not proven or backed or look shady. You need to be able to kind of discern, even when you're planning for your future, because you would have situations where somebody, they put all this money in and they wake up one day and it's gone. So that's why you have to work with trusted, finance companies or trusted advisors like Coronation, right? So with Coronation Asset Management, you're able to get an asset manager, a portfolio manager that's going to help you manage that. And with Coronation Securities, you're able to open a brokerage account and manage these things yourself, Some people even prefer to do it themselves because maybe they feel they have more information, or they just like that. Exactly. They just like the fact that they know what's happening to their money.
Thank you, both Azizad and Sumkene, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so viewers, you've heard it all. Retirement planning is never too early, it's never too late to start. We have Coronation Asset Management Limited. We also have Coronation Securities Limited. And we have financial advisors, experts who will guide you and walk you through the process of, starting your retirement planning. So start your retirement planning today. Until the next episode, keep learning and stay informed. Thank you.
and then control of it, and you're able to just start.
Right.
So yeah.